Why do my fucking bones hurt? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. You know, I'm used to being a little bit sore and tired when I get off work, but for some reason it's just... like, just walking through the fucking parking lot to make it to my fucking car. It was just... So, got home. I have at least enough gas to maybe go to Walmart later and then go back and forth to work tomorrow. Considering just not going to fucking work tonight. I still want to try to start that Let's Play of Cult of the Lamb later today. I don't understand what the fuck. I'm going to try to sing Fuel the Comedy by Korn. It's a good song. I have to buy another fucking Path to Totality CD or something. I don't remember, like, it's probably been years since I fucking lost that shit. But I, like, listen to it sometimes on my phone and stuff. Fuck. And granted, I was still able to do my job, and I'll say this. It fucking sucks when you're, like, constantly moving as fast as you can. When, like, literally every time you fucking take a step, you feel like your fucking knee wants to give out from you. And that's both of them, but it's the right one more. Why does my nose feel stuck? I'll blow it fucking later. I don't want to fucking do it right now. And of course, I get fucking home the first thing, and for some reason I want to do, you know, I've been kind of nauseous for a while. It's just, I chug like a fucking, almost, like, I would say half a gallon of milk was close to a full fucking gallon. Granted, I had drank a little bit before, like, the previous day, and I didn't finish off what was left, but I fucking just, I drank so much fucking water at work. At least they got a fucking water cooler. Our fucking machines kept breaking down, having fucking problems. At least that's the thing. We have a fucking Terminator apocalypse, you know. They're not going to get rid of humans because they're going to need people to fucking fix shit. At least most of the day, like, you know, no matter what, I was still able to do the job. It's just, there's a lot of times where I had a lot of maintenance working with us. So, like, Erica and Joey and Jared and I think Nex something. I can't remember his name. I'm not that fucking tired, I swear. And of course, like, after I drank the fucking, I just go straight upstairs. I set my computer. Oh, by the way, I felt yesterday's thing was too easy. Here's a video game character. Guess the video game character. I don't know what fucking part this is. Okay, and I'm used to, like, my muscles being a bit sore, but it's like, why do my fucking bones hurt? What the fuck? The fuck is that? Huh? Like, what, am I starting to have growing pains again? Why do my fucking bones hurt? Am I going to get taller then? Is that a thing that's going to happen? Though it also feels like all my muscles are, like, especially, like this part of my quad on both legs, and my calves, and, like, just everything down the middle of my fucking spine. Feels like it's just, I don't know. You know that thing where you, like, you have the pressure cuff when you do your fucking goddamn blood pressure? Feels like that. Except on the fucking muscles. And for some reason the bones fucking hurt. And my fucking knees. And everything fucking hurts. I wonder if I could, like, message a doctor, like, hey, do you have some sort of painkiller to just fucking give me? Because my body apparently fucking hates me. I don't know. I think maybe I'm getting low on magnesium again. How about this? I'm going to record Fuel the Comedy because I feel like fucking yelling at my computer right now. And then I'm going to go to Walmart, buy some sort of magnesium supplement and a shit ton of 7-Up, some sparkling water, and a shit ton of things that have fucking electrolytes. And I'm going to get some, like, fucking brisk iced tea now. They don't have that at Walmart. They have it at another grocery store, but I don't want to go to too many fucking places. Probably is like, oh, I can get gas today. Fuck that, I'll get gas some other time. Fuck. And of course, I'm like, when I get upstairs, I'm like, maybe I should take my temperature. And of course, my fucking thermometer is broken. Then again, I haven't used it in fucking eternity. Because most time I'm like, well, either I'm fucking sick or I'm not. And I can fucking tell, but I can't fucking tell right now. So I'll buy a fucking thermometer. So, yeah, I'm going to record this. I'm going to drive to fucking Walmart. I'm going to get a bunch of drinks and shit. You know, some 7-Up and some sparkling carbonated water stuff. Maybe some flavors. I don't know. Black cherry sounds kind of cool. I don't fucking know. Maybe some Sierra Mist too. And I'll buy a fucking thermometer and check that shit out. I don't care if I have a fucking fever. I'm playing the fucking video game later. But seriously, why do my fucking bones hurt? And it feels like like, honestly, like, my legs feel like I'm wearing fucking Goku's fucking weighted clothing. Like, everything feels so fucking heavy. And I'm out of breath more than I normally fucking should be. At least the good thing is I can always smile and be happy no matter what the fuck's going on. It's like, people at work wouldn't fucking know. I'm still doing my job, I'm still doing it right, and I'm still smiling and being nice to everyone, because, I mean, we all fucking aren't having fun. But I did make a joke to maintenance people, like, what if we just stop making Terminators and we start making Gundams? So, I don't know. On the way out, try, like, and of course my locker's on the bottom, like, there's, like, it's 3 high, like, there's 3 of them, like, there's a top one, middle one, a low one. Mine's low, and I'm, like, propping my fucking body weight up on the fucking locker door to get my ass back in the fucking air. It's just... And then I saw Rob on the way out. He's a relative. He's like... I think he's pushing like 60 or something. So, oh no, he's probably in fucking far worse shape than me on every given day of his life. So, good for him for still pushing forward, but it's like... he's like, I don't even remember like technically how we're related. I think he's a cousin on my stepdad's side, but like I said, I consider my stepdad my dad. Granted, there's lots of just whatever, but you know what, end of the day, I can't really complain about life. Lots of people have a lot worse, both in past, present, and future, so I can't fucking complain. All I know is I just feel sore as shit right now. And I feel like, why do I need to like get a shit ton of protein in my system? I feel like I need magnesium. Honestly, it almost feels a little bit similar to like when I had to be fucking hospitalized back in, when the fuck was that? It was like 6 or 7 years ago. Granted, that was, it was like my magnesium was like dangerously low, plus other stuff was low, and apparently they had to like pump a shit ton of saline into me. They also pumped like all sorts of antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, like everything fucking into me. They also had to like pump some sort of anti-anxiety shit into me because my legs wouldn't stop fucking shaking. It's kind of like, I remember like when I went to the kidney stone thing a few weeks back, or when was that? I think it was the very beginning of July. Yeah, I think it was like maybe July 1st or May 32nd. I don't fucking know. But they wound up giving me something because I, like, despite the fact that I was in pain and kidney stone, I kept fucking pacing around the fucking room, and they're like, apparently it was making the, like, I was still being nice and friendly to everyone, like I'm still, like, super friendly and like, oh, hey, how's your day going? Oh, and then talk to the first shift company, like, oh, I hope your day goes good, I hope it goes quick for you, man. Oh, hey, buddy, look at that. Oh, yeah, we had an issue with this one part of the machine. The ejector had a problem here, and, oh, yeah, this part of the relay, that had a problem, and then, of course, some people were talking about the solenoid stuff, which I don't really know entirely all about that. I can't remember, but it's mainly, like, my job doesn't really require me to know anything that's fucking technical. It's just doing physical labor, and again, I'm grateful for my job, and, I mean, I'm always going to want to, not have to work. Plus it's one thing to be willing to go to a job and bust your ass. It's another thing that, busting your ass fucking is physically painful to the point that you're like, every time you take a fucking step, I'm wondering if my knee's gonna like, not just give up. Like, I'm kind of like, feel like, is my knee gonna like just completely fold in on me? Granted, I know I'm just being a little bitch about this, but at the same time, it's like, it hurts, so I'm going to fucking bitch. That being said, it's at least, I don't fucking bitch and complain in front of people. I'm still, like, got a fucking smile on my face, got a happy tone in my voice. And Erica's like, oh, okay. Like, oh, we had a problem. Like, oh, that's cool. Okay, can we move that there? Oh, can you hit that button? Okay, we can home this part of the machine. Okay, okay. Mac, can we get this part of the screw machine? Okay, can we fix this? Okay, we need a... Okay. Oh, hey, man. Can we get some of this one stock back in? Thank you. Appreciate it. I just... Because that being said, I mean... That's one good thing about this channel. I can fucking bitch about whatever and just say whatever fuck comes to mind. Because here's the thing. I'm not going to fucking complain about shit to people at work. And honestly, I haven't talked to any of my friends, and I can't even remember. I think like a year and a half ago or something, one of my friends got married, so I went to that, and a couple of other mutual friends were there. I mean, aside from that, I try to do some social stuff, meeting people and stuff, but I can't really count things that I consider a fucking failure. But fuck. I feel like shit. And even if I'm running a fever, I'm on the fence about whether I'll go to work tonight or not, because in general, I should avoid taking off work more than I should. Just because I'd have to use a sick day, and honestly don't have too many of those. My head actually does feel a bit warm, but that's probably just my imagination. That's probably just me being a little bitch and fucking... You know, I mean, heck, if I get frustrated, I seem to overheat. Like, half time I'm lifting up my, the part of my collar to try to let air out. I feel like I can cook fucking eggs with the amount of steam that fucking pours out of my... And granted, I can't really complain. I mean, everyone else is dealing with the same fucking temperature. I'm just being a little bitch about this. But still, it's nice to be able to bitch about it. Seriously. Everything fucking hurts. And I feel like my hamstrings are way too tight. Like, they need to be stretched for, like, days on end. I feel like I have no flexibility left. I feel like I'm wearing weights around my legs. I feel like my body wants to fucking collapse so I'm fucking walking. My knees hurt. And at least I'll say this. At least I'm not nearly as bad as I was that one time. Like, what? I think 7 years ago or some shit? I don't know. I don't fucking remember. It's some number. Fuck. Let me see. Shit. Let me try to remember. Yeah, it was actually 6 years ago, I think. Yeah, it was slightly under 6 years ago. Well, no. Fuck. No, that would have been, 2017. And a few months before this. So... 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. So that'd be 5 years and like 2 months ago. I remember having to get a fucking spinal tap in my fucking spine, and apparently I had like meningitis and encephalitis in like my back and my brain. Like, so you was like, because I went to that thinking I was having fucking a heart attack, and I'm like, I got there and like, good news, your heart's fine. Bad news, your brain's swelling. Like, fuck. I think I spent like close to 60 hours in that fucking hospital. Ate half a Cheerio that first fucking day. I'll buy a fucking thermometer when I go to Walmart. I'm also going to get a shit ton of like electrolytes and flavored sparkling water and some magnesium supplements. So I'm probably a little bit low. At least it's nothing bad like that. And of course it's... At most, maybe I might have like a flu or something. I don't know. Then again, if I had the flu, I'd be vomiting. So that's not... Heck, I fucking chugged a shit ton of milk. If I had the flu... But seriously... It's like my muscles feel very weak. They feel heavy, and they feel sore as hell. I feel like my body can't support itself when I'm fucking walking. I was like, if I was pulling any harder on my fucking railing on my fucking staircase, I would have ripped it out of the goddamn wall. Fuck. Why do my fucking bones hurt? Like, I understand my knees, my lower back. I understand the muscles. But it's much more than what should be normal. And even then, I feel like my bones hurt. Like, what the fuck? Why do bones hurt? That's not a thing that's supposed to just randomly fucking hurt. Fuck. But yeah, I'll definitely buy a fucking thermometer. God. And like I said, if... the funny thing is this. It's like, I'm not gonna... talk to anyone about fucking feeling like shit. And heck, if I had a girlfriend, I'd be like, oh, I'm just not feeling the best, and I'm just gonna lay down and take a nap, and that'd be it. And just, it's kind of funny. For as much as I might listen to ASMR where, the person's being kind of caring and shit, I'd never ask a person in real life to actually, express. Because honestly, I wouldn't expect it. I haven't had a relationship in fucking forever, and apparently some of the partners I've had were cool, some were not. I never really talked to any of them about any of the fucking feelings I have, just because that's sort of shit you just don't really talk to people about. Just because it would just annoy people. Also, it might scare the shit out of them. Like, if you were to talk about being depressed, or a bitch about, oh, I'm in pain, my body's sore from my fucking job. You know, I mean, last thing I want to do is try to sound like a fucking bitch to the person I'm dating. You know, like, oh, woe is me, I'm so fucking ill. Granted, there was a lot of times where like, oh, I have a fever 106. So, that usually sucks. But at least I know it's nowhere near. I'm probably like 99. It's probably 1 fucking degree up more than normal. Yes, I'm using Fahrenheit. Look, I'm pretty sure Celsius is like, I don't know if Celsius is accurate enough to measure, like, if someone's sick. And you're like, I'm sure everyone in Europe's like, take that back. I'm like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like the gradients in Celsius are a little closer together than Fahrenheit. So I feel like Fahrenheit would be able to give a more accurate reading. I don't know. I just feel like Kelvin, nobody would, like, is this, what, a difference of like 1 or 2 degrees between shit being on fire or an ice? I don't remember how Kelvin fucking works. And there's probably other measurements of temperature that I don't fucking remember. All I don't know is, like, just what temperature Celsius a human being is supposed to be. I remember that a person's supposed to be like 98.6? 98.7? I don't know. 98.6, I think, for human body temperature. Like I said, I'll buy a fucking thermometer and I'll take my temperature before I drink anything. The milk doesn't count because I'll have to make a fucking drive to Walmart, so that should have had doesn't matter if I chugged, like, I don't know how much fucking milk out of the fucking fridge. You know, that's gonna, whatever effect that has on lowering my temperature will be worn off by the time I drive to Walmart and drive my way back. And of course I gotta walk around in the Walmart to get shit. Fuck. But yeah, why the fuck do my bones hurt? Am I getting taller? Hopefully I'm getting taller. Hell, I'm 5'10", but like years ago, like when I was a teenager, I was 5'11". I've already shrank a fucking inch. So it'd be nice to actually be getting taller again instead of continuing to fucking shrink. I don't know. I just want a bitch. Just want to fucking yell at my fucking computer. And be an asshole. Fuck. But yeah, this is a video game character. Can you guess what it is? I can't even guess what part in the whole Terrio karaoke thing this is. So, I don't know. Fuck. But yeah, I feel like fucking shit. Fuck. Yeah, I was going to take a shower after this, but no, I'll just leave from the house, go straight to Walmart, because, you know, taking a shower would probably fuck with any sort of results. Seriously, I probably should have bought a new thermometer before some point anyway. Fuck. But yeah. But at least, even if I feel like I'm in pain, I'm super exhausted, feel like shit, I can still smile and be nice and polite to everyone, because 1, I'm still there to do a job, so it doesn't matter if I feel like shit, I still need to do my fucking job. 2, it doesn't matter how much I feel like shit, I should still be nice to other people, because it's not their fault I feel like shit. Besides, they probably feel like shit too. It just varying degrees of shit as time goes on. I don't know. I just wanted to fucking yell at my computer. And here's the thing. If I had friends I talked to regularly, I wouldn't probably tell them anything about this shit. Then again, I've been in relationships where I've been hit by a fucking car, shit, and the person did not care about if I lived or died. I'm like, aw, that's depressing. Shit. I don't know. That's just kind of sad. It's like, it's like, you're dying. At least not quite, but it's like, okay, the person is like, you got, hurt, and the person doesn't fucking give a shit. It's like, really? I don't know. Everybody's different. There's lots of different people. I don't know. Everybody's different. There's lots of different people. I just, I don't know. Everybody's different. There's lots of different people. I don't know. Everybody's different. There's lots of different people. I just, I don't know. Everybody's different. There's lots of different people. I just I focus too much on the people who are assholes. I've had my share of happy, positive experiences, so I can't complain. Oh no, I'd say everything's first world problems. Like, oh, big deal. Like, okay, go to a fucking work with a fever or some shit. You know, you gotta just fucking deal with it, I guess. You know. But still, why the fuck do my bones hurt? God damn it. I don't know. Like I said, I'll get some magnesium. That might be like, granted, there's a shit ton of fucking potassium in milk. There's more potassium in milk than there is bananas or potatoes. And yes, potatoes have more potassium than bananas. But yeah, I don't know what fucking number this is in the terrible karaoke series. I just felt like yelling at my fucking computer. And I think I remember Fuel the Comedy is like something where you get to fucking yell. So we're going to yell at the shit, but keep in mind I can't fully yell super, super loud. Because one, I suck at that. And two, I kind of need to not get a noise complaint or anything. Also, I've been moving my arm back and forth a lot, apparently, while doing this. So I don't know if that affects, like I'm getting a fucking Doppler effect on this shit. I don't fucking know. Anyway, let's do this. Let's do it. Got lyrics. It's going to have lyrics on my screen. My phone's over there charging. It was like 30-something%. Hold on. I need to know what percentage it is. Fuck. God. Fuck. Ah. Son of a bitch. 56. Oh, God damn it. Okay, I'm back. My phone was like 32% charged. It's 56 now. So it'll probably be closer to like 70-something when I fucking... I don't know. It depends on how long I fucking... Well, this is... Fuck. Okay, let's rewind. Because I missed the fucking cue. Now, whenever this fucking song starts... But God, I'm feeling... What would it be? I really thought I'd be able to focus on the song more. Why can't I... Fuck. I'm gonna go grab my phone, apparently, because even though it says lyrics on the... I can't. I was gonna be like, oh, I'm so angry because I'm in pain and stuff. I'm gonna be able to try to carry the same intensity as Jonathan Davis with the song, and this one's like, it's fairly slow, so I should be able to do it without having to practice it. I've heard the song enough in the past. And fuck. And I was thinking about trying to do some System of a Down. I was thinking maybe try to do the Toxicity album. You know, it's got the... See, there's Prison Song, and Needles, Dear Dance, Jet Pilot, X, Chop Suey, Bounce. Is it Atwas that's next? No, it's Science. No. Shimmy? All three of those are songs, but I don't think they're next. Atwas track 9. What's track 8? Forest! Track 8 is Forest. And then track 10 is Science. 11 is Shimmy. 12 is Toxicity. 13 is Psycho. And 14 is Aerials. See, I have memory. I can remember shit. Fuck. But I was thinking about trying to... I was like, because I was... Just saying, some System Down came on the radio, and I was like, ooh, I'd want to do that too, and... I don't know. Well, I enjoy the... Fuck. I'm supporting my fucking forehead with my hand. And while part of me is like, ooh, my hand feels warm for that. It's probably just my fucking imagination because I'm a fucking bitch. At least I can just, pretend everything is fucking fine and just have a smile at all times at work. And do my fucking job. and just be nice to everyone and smile. Because like I said, doesn't matter how I fucking feel. Doesn't mean I have any right to be mean to anyone else or, sure. I mean, should always try to be nice to. Why can't I fucking talk? Look, I'm just getting the video here. Video of me just. I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy a fucking thermometer. I'll take a shower afterward. And drink a bunch of water and shit. Maybe take a nap. I was thinking about trying to do some thumper earlier, but I was like, I want to try to practice that. Because I know yesterday I went and I finally learned how the flying mechanic worked in that game. Because I did some stuff a few days ago where I was doing a first-person view. My first-person, I just zoomed OBS in really, because there is no first. Even people I saw that in VR, and there is no fucking first-person view. It's just, yeah. But I zoomed it a little tiny for a decent. It was barely noticeably zoomed in for the casual 4, and then when I got the S rank for 4, where I should not play a video game that's that focus intensive for that long a period of time, because it's too much of a rage. It's you're focusing too much on trying to do the fucking. And why does this this area of my fucking leg, right here on my right leg, it's it's 4 inches up from this one spot on the right part of my fucking right knee. Why does that fucking hurt? Ow. Maybe I just need to start ingesting more protein. Maybe my body doesn't have enough to rebuild. I don't fucking know. Fuck. I just want to fucking bitch at a computer and just have it saved for posterity. Here's the day Lunar Diet was bitching about his bones. God damn it. But yeah, I'll just I'll comment on this video saying what the temperature is. It'll probably be ooh, I didn't have a fever at all. I'm just a bitch. Fuck. And even then, I really... And I'll probably... no matter what, I'm doing the fucking cold lamb video later. I'm just not going to practice fucking thumper, because there's no way I can fucking focus on that in this situation. It's just, fuck. Why does everything fucking hurt? And it's mostly it's the bones in my legs, especially my shin bones. But it's not like a shin splint. It's just even though I'm sitting here in a fucking folding chair right now, it feels like there's weight strapped to my legs, and there's no fucking ground under my feet right now. I'm just sitting in some sort of I'm sitting in a normal goddamn fucking metal folding chair in front of my bed with my laptop on another goddamn folding chair. I have a just normal fucking Walmart folding chair that you would have at a fucking card table. I'm sitting in. And then in front of me, on top of my mattress, I have another metal folding chair with my laptop on top of that. Makes it more eye level, and I think it's more comfortable to record that way. Other than that, a lot of times I might record where I'm just laying in my bed with my back against the wall, some pillows behind me, just because I'm not buying a fucking desk, and I'm not buying a fucking gaming chair, or any of that kind of shit, because no. Fuck. Just no. I said no. If I was a video game character, probably noticed it. I thought I was being a little bit more difficult with the thing. I'll be honest, I did think of when I was thinking of this character, I had an idea for what would be the most fucked up shit. Because I remember a while back I was considering if you could crucify a Fig Newton. Don't ask. It was some sort of... I was at least trying to be funny at that rate. It was at some point I was trying to be funny. It was a reference to something. I think Meat Canyon or something. I think it's that Pawn Stars video. I don't know. I still think it's odd with that Chester Cheeto thing where he's got the semi... He looks like semi-perfect Cell. If, Cell was on, whatever kind of drug would make a person look like that. I don't fucking know. Fuck. My nose is... Why do I feel like I sinus issue? Fuck. God damn. I'll probably pick up... No, I got plenty of vitamin C, but that's hard pills. I want a chewable vitamin C that tastes like oranges. You could just buy oranges. Fuck, I'm getting gummies with like the vitamin C of 1,000 goddamn oranges. I'm gonna get so much goddamn vitamins. No, you probably shouldn't do that. Too much vitamin C gives you diarrhea. Okay, fine. I'm just saying I don't think you can OD on fucking vitamin C. It just give you diarrhea. I'm not a doctor. The more I ramble on, the more that's perhaps apparent that I'm not a doctor. But then again, at what point, when you're like looking at fucking Battletoads, do you think that I'm a goddamn doctor? I'm a random fucking man who just wants to ramble at my computer. Making comedy videos, some Let's Play videos, terrible karaoke videos, or just in general, just wanting to bitch about whatever the fuck's on my mind. Because honestly, I don't have anyone to fucking talk to about shit. And, like, I'm not going to talk to my family about things. And even if I did see my friends, which I haven't seen them in, like, fucking eternity, I wouldn't talk to them about a lot of things. Granted, I did talk to them. I did talk their fucking ears off about certain things that happened in the past. Particularly, I think some stuff happened. I don't want to go into detail because it's very personal. And would make me very emotionally sad and shit. And I don't feel like fucking crying right now, so fuck that. I'm just saying some really, really bad things happened in like 2010, 2011, and also in general in the past that I just sort of bottled up and never fucking talked to anyone about. You know, that was like way before then, like back in like the 90s and the 80s and shit. And then of course there was some shit that went down like 2017 and 18 and 19, and of course the whole fucking 2020 pandemic stuff. That was not a fun time for anyone. Though honestly, I feel like I got not nearly as bad about things as other people, because I know a lot of people had a lot worse things happening with that stuff going on. So my heart goes out to those people that, you know, that's fucked up. But at the same time, I'm a selfish bastard and I want to fucking bitch about things. I just know that there's sometimes, like, for a long time, I bottled shit up, and then just some stuff. I know I annoyed the shit out of my friends back then, years and years ago, but it's just like I bottled shit up for so fucking long, and then it's just stuff hit a breaking point. A breaking point? That's not a fucking word. At least the good thing is I'm basically a very peaceful, nice person that no matter, like, I will try my hardest to avoid confrontation. I don't like the idea of hurting anyone. I do have a fascination with, like, horror movies, like fucking Hellraiser and Saw and shit, and a lot of, you know, darker music and shit, but that's just because either you listen to some sad music and cry a bit and have endorphins, or you listen to, like, Korn and stuff, and you can just, like, you get into the music. Apparently I can't, not only can I not sing or try to carry fucking Jonathan Davis's fucking, you know, tenacity, or Serge Tankian's fucking lung capacity, and I still swear Till Lindemann has the fucking lungs to where he could fucking beat Omni-Man with his goddamn lungs. I still want to hear Disturbed sing a bunch of the songs from Pokemon, you know, the Brother My Brother thing from the original Pokemon soundtrack, as well as Dexter's Laboratory. I think that'd be cool. And I think Jonathan Davis would be able to sing the Tokyo Ghoul stuff really fucking awesome. And I want to hear Till Lindemann sing the fucking original Pokemon theme. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them in. And then I don't know, like, you'd have Ash, like, I don't know, like, the amount of they did tell Till Lindemann to stop fucking with the pyrotechnics, because he loves the pyrotechnics too much, and he keeps, like, almost hurting himself, or actually I'm pretty sure he's burned himself a few times, at least nothing serious as far as I know. I'm just saying, I would prefer he not die, because I have yet to see a Rammstein concert. Yes, it's a fucking selfish-ass reason, caring about someone's well-being, because I haven't had a chance to see a fucking concert. I'm an asshole. That should be very fucking apparent. I'm a dick. And I'm a selfish motherfucker. And I'm a bitch. But hey, maybe some other people out there listening to this, maybe you can relate to me. Maybe you feel the same about a lot of things. And that's a cool thing. Like, I just like to be able to fucking rant about whatever's on my mind, knowing that probably somebody out there at least knows how I feel, especially if I feel like I can't tell my family, I can't tell my friends, I can't tell society, I can't, you know, obviously I don't want to tell my work or anything, because, you know, one, a lot of personal shit is personal, and two, you know, I don't want to just share personal stuff. I mean, heck, even there's still some degree of stuff I hold back on this. And granted, like, heck, I think it was like Terrible Karaoke 7, where I wound up making like a 13.5 hour fucking video, which I recorded snippets of that, mainly when I did the Five Nights at Freddy's song. No, it's a Bendy song. But I did like 13.5 fucking hours on that shit, and just like, apparently, you can't just do that, because I wound up telling my doctor about that just because, like, I didn't tell him about the whole video or stuff. Like, I just told him that I basically spent hours and hours crying to the point that I then started vomiting uncontrollably everywhere. I wasn't sick, I just was really emotionally upset about shit. And then apparently I have a time limit of how long I can talk about shit before I just go completely fucking off the rails. And then just start screaming uncontrollably, not even just... And it's just... Apparently at some point when you just keep screaming and crying and laughing, you just start vomiting everywhere. Wasn't sick though. Probably sick now. I'm just saying it's nice to be able to express feelings if you bottle them up. And like I said, I'm not going to fucking tell people shit. I'm not going to talk to people about how I feel about stuff. Granted, I don't recommend that for you guys. If you guys have things that are bothering you, you should talk to your family. You should talk to your friends. You should talk to a therapist. You should talk to whoever else you might confide in. Like, I don't know. In general, like, I've never, like I've had relationships and girlfriends. I've even been married once. I never told any of them about feeling depressed. Ever. Nor did I bitch or complain about anything. So, the only times I think anybody saw me cry is when, physical pain things occurred. And that's kind of understandable, if you're at the point where you have, like, IVs pumping so much fucking shit in you. Also, I really did not like the spinal tap. The funny thing about that is, like, they're putting the fucking needle in my spine, and I'm like, okay, they're like, oh, you need to not fall over. And I'm like, I can't feel my limbs. I am holding onto this railing at the side of this bed with all my strength. I am falling over. If you don't want me to move, please hold me in place. It's not an issue of me freaking out from having a needle in my fucking spinal column. It's the fact that my body is not doing what I tell it to do. I am trying to sit in one place, and I am collapsing. I am on a fucking bed, and I am holding onto a fucking railing, and I'm just falling to the side. I am using every bit of strength just to hold myself in a sit-up position. It's not like I have that much body weight to fucking hold in that situation. I'm on a bed, holding onto a railing on a fucking hospital bed. Why does I feel like sinus fucks? Fuck. Like I said, depending on how things go, I might call off today. I don't fucking know. But on the one hand, I'm like, I don't fucking want to, because I should go to fucking work. I'd be a little fucking bitch not go to work just because I don't feel the best. And I don't fucking care. Like, I won't practice Thumper today. I've been wanting to try to do some of that. There's some other games I see come out later. There's a Neo Drift that comes out next week. That seems like a racing thing. That'd be really fucking cool. And, of course, Cult of the Lamb. I got that plus the DLC for it a few days ago. Pre-ordered it. And I want to fucking play that later. That's going to be cool. It's some sort of roguelike stuff. And it looks like it's cool. And I want to fucking do it. So, I don't care how I fucking feel. I'm fucking doing it. I'm going to go to Walmart here in a bit. I was thinking about trying to sing, but of course it would have been way too much to try to sing an entire Toxicity album, let alone... And here's the thing, part of me is like, oh, I feel like such shit. Like, ooh, I'm in pain. I'm stressed out. I'll be able to... But apparently, no matter how fucked you are, one, you can't just convert fucking emotional trauma and pain and your bones hurting and feeling like you're going to fall the fuck over. Like, seriously, I'm sitting in a fucking metal folding chair. I have my legs, there's ground here. It's in my bedroom. My feet are firmly on the fucking ground. And yet I feel like I'm basically sitting in a fucking, one of those chairs at a fucking, what do you call it? Goddamn. At a theme park where it's like it goes up really high and your legs are dangling. It feels like that. It feels like I'm fucking moving in a fucking circle. Like I'm in a fucking scientist's goddamn centrifuge machine. And, like, my legs are just... I feel like there's weights on my goddamn legs, and I feel like there's no fucking ground under them. I'm moving in goddamn circles. And the circles can't make their goddamn mind up what fucking direction they are in. Main point I'm just trying to say is this. I would strongly suggest that other people not bottle up their emotions and talk to people. Me, honestly, most of the time, like especially before I started making these videos, because I've been wanting to do Let's Plays for a very long ass fucking time. But, I just didn't have the means to do so, and eventually, especially with a lot of overtime, I was able to buy a laptop. I'm actually spending perhaps a bit more money than I probably should on Steam games, but I always wait for them to be on sale, and I'll probably stop buying new ones here in a few weeks. There's just a few things, like there's a game, I think there's La Pucille about like a nun that fights Satan or something. I don't know. I talked about it in the Guilty Gear Bridget video, because since, Bridget is a nun and a mercenary, and I think that kind of fits with La Pucille Ragnarok, which I think comes out like in August. It's August, right? Yeah, it's August. What fucking day is it? It's the 11th. So I think it comes out the 31st, which is the same day that some sort of FPS called Scathe comes out, which seems like a lot like Doom Eternal, which I'm not sure if my computer will handle, but it does seem like it's a little less graphically intense than Doom Eternal. So I want to do that, but La Pucille is like, it's like Final Fantasy Tactics. I think most of the video in Guilty Gear where I was playing Bridget, I was like making jokes about Sephiroth and who's... I know I was talking about La Pucille Ragnarok because, that's another nun character that's both, a nun and a mercenary, and I think it's like a tactics thing, like Final Fantasy Tactics. I was also making a bunch of Alucard references from Team 4-Star, because that's hilarious. I don't know, recently I saw the new chapter of Berserk came out. Before I already had that saved on a new microphone, because I was like, hey guys, look, a new chapter! But you know what? I'm gonna show some stuff HBI 2K, and it's just like, cause I'm like fucking Fire Marshal Bill, Jim Carrey, and fucking Living Color. It was I think it's 70s. Was it in the 70s that Jim Carrey did that? He did a thing where he did the Juice Weasel, and he did some stuff where he was a preacher. But just the funniest thing was Fire Marshal Bill. It's great. It's dark humor, and a lot of what my channel is some of it's dark humor, some of it's just like me being lighthearted comedy, some of it's funny little parody stuff. Like I did a video about cat girls called "All the Neckos Are Meowing for Head Pats." I also did a video where I think I did a pretty good job at trying to sound like Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. I think I titled that vid. I used a picture of an angry murder tree, but fuck. I shouldn't be out of air. Give me a sec. I wasn't talking about Choo Choo Charles. That's something else. I did make a video where I used footage from a game called Croc Legend of the Gobos, trying to tell the creator 2-star of Choo Choo Charles ideas, but I don't remember what those ideas were, and I'm pretty sure he never saw the videos, because it's not like I am very good at trying to talk to people on the internet. I just post videos and hope they eventually see it. I am terrible at... I still don't believe YouTube is a social media platform. Let alone, even though I just ramble at it a lot. But yeah, just Fire Marshal Bill is really funny, but it's a dark humor, but no one's meant to take it seriously. It's just, granted, there are sometimes in some videos where I do make dark humor jokes, and there's other times where I do talk about just shit depressing me and shit. But let's be honest, I'm not gonna talk to my friends or family or relationship partner should I ever fucking have one again, though I can't say I was really that terrible with the whole dating people thing. I mean, I had some success with it. It was just, I was that dude in school that was always getting fucking bullied and picked on. I mean, here's the thing. Getting pushed face first into a radiator, or having rocks thrown at you, or piss thrown at you, or getting the shit kicked out of you by multiple groups of people. I think I was in more fights than anyone I've ever met in my life. Unfortunately, I lost. I think all of them, usually 5v1 for a person who doesn't have any natural fighting skill, is not fucking good. And most time, you're trying to not be fighting because, you don't want to get expelled from school or shit. Or, Granted, let's be honest, I was probably just also being a bit of a bitch. And probably just concerned about having to pay hospital bills, or getting something broken, or getting hurt. Or everyone be like, oh, we thought maybe he was weak when people were beating the shit out of him. Now, we know that he can't fucking fight worth a shit. So it's always that concern that if he did hit somebody, they would just laugh at you for, aha, you can't really defend yourself. Now we're going to beat the shit out of you harder. I mean, getting choked to the point that you pass out multiple times, or knocked down fucking stairs, or getting your head stomped on, or slammed into a brick wall, that shit is annoying. It fucking sucks. Hell, there's one time I had fucking, I think it was my left temple. It was like sticking out like 3 fucking inches. Like, I got hit really, really fucking hard there. I don't even remember what the fuck hit me. Granted, I didn't get knocked out. It was still kind of hilarious. The police wound up, there would be a police siren at that point, and I was worried about getting in trouble with the cops, and if I started sprinting toward the people that were beating the fucking shit out of me, and they fucking jumped. And I'm like, what? What? How are you guys fucking scared of me? You're all bigger than me, you outnumber me, and I've been literally getting the shit kicked out of me for half hour plus. I'm covered in bruises everywhere. Fucking assholes. And granted, that stuff's like forever in the past. I should just be over. But at the same time, it's just, yeah, you know, it was very unhappy stuff. I just didn't like that and other stuff. And of course, there's lots of stuff in life. But of course, everyone goes through more stuff. I mean, I was never in the military, and I'm pretty sure people in the military go through horrible stuff. And I've talked to some of that. I'm like, fuck, that's just unimaginable. It's fucking horrible. And it lets me, like, I mean, on the one hand, I want to be, nice to everyone, egalitarian, everyone should be treated kindly. I don't want to be aggressive to people. I don't want to be mean to anyone or ever hurt anyone's feelings. Granted, if somebody's, like, talking shit to me, I mean, but at the same time, like, it's just, what's even the point? I'd rather just go home and I shouldn't be dizzy. Fuck. I'll drink a little bit of water before I drive to Walmart, okay? I probably just dehydrated. Fuck. My nose. What the fuck, man? And like I said, in general, like, a lot of times it just, I don't know. And part of me is like avoiding the whole trying to date anyone thing in the meantime. Because one, I don't really think I would have very much success. Because I was trying to talk to women and stuff since my divorce, but I really didn't have much luck. But of course, I'm kind of a bit withdrawn on that stuff just because it was just a very bad experience. But that's more to the point, especially that one surgery coming up, which I'm trying to pretend doesn't exist. I haven't actually scheduled it yet, even though I keep saying I should have by now. But, it's not like it's an immediate thing that's going to be a problem. It's just if I ignore it long term, it's going to be a... I don't know. How about this? A couple days I'll probably call up the doctor and be like, are you absolutely sure that I have to have the surgery? Because he's like, it'll probably kill you. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do that because I'll be sedated for 3+ hours, having my insides cut open. And then, of course, it'd be 6 weeks of recovery. And the first 2 weeks, which I'd have, But at the same time, it's like, I am worried about it. I haven't told a single one of my fucking friends about it. Because part of me is trying to still pretend that the whole thing doesn't even exist. And that I don't need to have a surgery so that my internal organs don't fucking explode. But hey, it's not like it's an immediate thing. It's going to be a gradual thing. So yeah. But I'll probably call that doctor up and talk to them at some point. Because I probably should stop putting that off. It's just... It's gonna fucking suck ass. I don't know. I don't know. I should probably just delete this video. I mean, no one wants to actually hear me fucking bitch or complain. I'll at least put in the title that it's just me bitching. Probably should, change something in it just so it's not cussing. I don't know, I played a cluster truck game and I was saying dicks the whole time. So I just put an asterisk in the middle of that. I feel like shit though. Why do my bones hurt? Especially my shin bones. It's not a shin splint, it's just my muscles feel like crap. I mean, it can't be the flu because I'm not vomiting or anything. And I mean, especially as I chugged so much fucking goddamn milk when I got home. So apparently, I have a need for calcium, I guess. Fuck, that reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy thing with Five Nights at Multiplayer, which is just hilarious. I've always enjoyed the Let's Plays stuff, and it's just cool. Like, I do make Let's Play videos, but a lot of it's just like, this is just, initially it was just going to be like me, like, I'm angry. Here, I'll sing an angry song. And now it's just like, I'm just bitching about stuff. Which, like I said, it's good to talk about stuff, because like I said, it's not like I would ever, like I said, when certain things happened in the past, I did talk to my friends. I know I talked their fucking ears off about things. But, that was just, I needed to. I mean, let's be honest, that's the worst thing I'm ever going to fucking do in life, is as much as I enjoy fucking scary movies and scary games and stuff, it's more so for the endorphins that shit releases. Oh, right, I was talking about a crucifix thing earlier. What if you had a T800 on a crucifix? So, like, like, imagine a sculpture, but, it's, instead of Jesus on the crucifix, it's a T800 from the Terminator movie, but it's made out of dead frogs. I'm just saying, that's just like... By the way, I tried to look for that on Google image search, and apparently it's not a thing. Though the FBI is like, why were you looking for this? And I'm like, because I thought it would be a good thumbnail. I don't fucking know. Now that actually is the answer. I thought it would be a good thumbnail. I don't know. But yeah, here's Battletoads, a very angry rage game, which I thought I was going to rage when I was selling this shit. But it's like, in general, like, it just... It's just, I am pissed about a lot of stuff. I'm emotionally bothered about stuff. Part of me wants to, like, I'll probably call the doctor, like, hey, you really sure? And they'll be like, oh, no, I'm sure it's fine. You don't need that surgery. It's not a big deal. It's like, oh, we just misunderstood something, Not that I didn't have a fucking cystoscopy where they shove a fucking camera up your dick. Which, I'll tell you this. Peeing after that, I fucking screamed. It hurt so fucking bad. And here's the thing. I had a kidney stone a few weeks ago. I don't think it ever fucking came out of me. Because what was happening, it was like stuck in the tube that connects my kidney to my bladder. And it was just stuck there. So, and that was bothering me. And eventually, after a couple of days, I think it went to my bladder. They gave me some sort of new antibiotic at that point. Which, like, it fucked my throat for a couple of days or something. I'm not sure. But I also had, like, a bump on my left eye where it was bulging out and it was yellow. And I was thinking maybe that was an allergic reaction. But looking back, I think maybe a bug bit me on my fucking eyeball or something. Though you think I would fucking notice that. I don't fucking know. Well, apparently, I think it was... Obviously, I was having an allergic reaction to something. It's like ciprofloxacin or something like that. I mean, I know I've had amoxicillin and penicillin. Hell, for the amount of times I've been prescribed shit through my life, I probably should have died 100 times over if it wasn't for fucking modern medicine. Hell... I've had Bell's fucking palsy. Been hit by vehicles. I've had a fever 106 like a fucking dozen times. Once like 107. I've had a fucking spinal tap. I've probably had more concussions than I probably should count. I have been exposed to like black mold and meningitis and encephalitis. Perhaps overworked the shit out of myself. I've also worked jobs where I was like, ingesting a lot more of a powdered metal and a powdered paint than is probably healthy for me. But, apparently when x-rays of my intestines and lungs and heart do not show any metal or plastic inside it. I'm not sure if that's... I just know they've x-rayed that shit to see, like, why that shit hurts half the time. So, I mean, I got, like, a granule something in one of the lungs. But they said it's really small, so it shouldn't matter. And the heart's... It's not the greatest, but it's like, it's nothing to complain. It's a fucking heart of a fucking anxiety person who can't fucking sleep ever. Because I'm always fucking awake. And like I said, if I wasn't doing the Let's Play shit, I would still be doing this. Like, I would be pacing around my living room talking to myself, just not recording it. Granted, any of the times that I've had, say, a girlfriend or anybody, living with me, I, of course, would not do that. Because I feel like that would be very annoying, and I just don't feel like I could ever, like any relationship I ever had, I've not talked about the things that I have feelings about, just because, well, to be honest, some of the people I've been with made it very clear they would have used the shit against me. You know, just because, like I said, there's times I've been in a relationship where, like I got in a car wreck, and they didn't fucking care. And they were like, they were just annoyed at it and wanted to break up because they didn't want to deal with that. I'm like, it's like what? It's like I wasn't even being angry or yelling or upset. I just called them, oh, hey, I'll be a little late coming over. I was in a car wreck. And then they just got annoyed, like, oh, if your car's busted, how are you going to take me anywhere? And I'm like, that's what you care about? That's your concern? I mean, I know I didn't say like I was hurt or anything, but that's your takeaway? That's your concern? You don't give a shit if I actually would have died or anything? So, granted, like I said, perhaps I have had less than ideal circumstances, but honestly, I feel like I've had better relationships than most people I know. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just the part of the country I live in. I don't know. I'm moving my arms side to side again for some reason. Like I'm fucking Drew Carey from the Irish drinking song and the Whose Line Point Anyway. Oh, that reminds me, Jim Carrey. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably, before I upload this, I'll do the HBI2K thing, where, you know, it's like I think it's funny. I still think it'd be cool to have Hayden Christensen like wear the dark helmet that Dan Marino did in Spaceballs, and do those, because this would be hilarious. I think he would make a great Majin Vegeta and Wolverine for X-Men. I think I heard recently that Tom Arnold, Tom Clancy, Philip Banks, who's the guy? Tom Hardy. I heard Tom Hardy is going to be Wolverine. I think that's kind of funny. That reminds me. At one point, I was trying to guess the actor for Die Hard, and it was Bruce Willis, so I kept thinking it was Owen Wilson. That'd been a wholly different movie if Owen Wilson was in Die Hard playing that role. Fuck. I don't know. I still think it'd be kind of interesting if he had Fight Club, but he redid it, but, you know, granted, both these actors might be a little past the age for it, which I don't mean to call him old. I'm just saying, like, what if you had Edward Norton be replaced with Jim Carrey and Gabriel Iglesias replaced Brad Pitt? That being said, I did watch the Bullet Train video from the movie theaters a week ago or something, and I really enjoyed it. It's a great movie. Brad Pitt's awesome. He's cool. Though I swear I don't have ADHD, but that video is a complete fucking mess where I didn't stay on any fucking topic. But yeah, Jim Carrey. Like I'll put the thing with HBI2K because it's funny, and like I said, in general, I'm trying to be a comedian on this channel, but it's just, it's nice to be able to talk about how I feel about things. And granted, well, and I don't really expect anyone to ever listen to this video ever, let alone listen to it through. If it's just some dude fucking bitching and complaining. Because who wants to hear someone bitch and complain? I'll at least be, honest in the fucking title. But I'm just saying, it's just nice to be able to express the feelings, especially when, I'm not going to talk to my friends or family or anyone about this sort of shit. So it helps to talk about things. And of course, if you guys have people, like if you guys have the stuff, maybe you guys should talk to your family and friends and stuff. But of course, you guys know the circumstances of your families and friends and your communities. So one, how much is excessive talking? Two, whether or not those people would actually, one, care to hear what you say, or just be like, yeah, just fucking finish what you're saying already. I don't want to hear you fucking complain about stuff. I don't fucking care. Just get it fucking done with and go the fuck away. Granted, I feel like a lot of my friends wouldn't do that. They would actually be, because there's times I've talked their fucking ears off on certain things, just because I was really, really upset. And at least that's the sort of thing. Like, I'm not the kind of person that would ever hurt anyone or anything. Like, the worst thing I'm ever going to do is make fucking cringy-ass fucking videos that one day I'm going to get the fucking Guinness World Record for the cringiest fucking YouTube video. And aside from that, the worst thing I'm ever going to do is annoy people by talking about my feelings. That's the worst thing I'm going to do. And in general, in life, I tend to be a very stoic individual. I tend to not talk about my feelings. Heck, in general, most times, I don't really talk to people. Heck, I'd say in the very first year I started doing Let's Plays, I talked more on this channel than the entire rest of my entire life. And I'm 35 right now. I'm actually going on 36. And I've been doing Let's Plays for close to 2 years now? But I'd say in the very first year of doing Let's Plays, I talked more doing these videos than I have the entire rest of my entire life. So, it's just... And like I said, I would never ever want anyone to feel bad for me. I don't want any fucking pity from fucking anyone. What I want is to know if other people feel the same way. Either... And heck, there's like other channels on there that do kind of go on this sort of stuff where people talk about stuff that bothers them. And one, it helps them. I mean, granted, they probably don't really expect anyone to really listen to it. It's nice to be able to talk about the stuff that's on your mind. And it's nice to be able to, and plus, I noticed those videos, like, there are people that listen to that and they give comments expressing that they feel the same way, or that they're going through the same things. Whether it's, like, to be honest, like, I'm a dude, so a lot of issues would be more men's issues that I'd be like, whether it's depression or trouble dating or stuff with family, or, that being accepted for, like, orientation when it comes, like, I'm not entirely heterosexual, okay? I'm bi, and that's not really something I feel anyone in my entire community, let alone family or friends, would actually accept or be okay with in any way. Plus, I would actually expect some people in my community to actually turn violent about it, but then again, that's just because I'm used to the idea. Like, there's times I've walked down the street and had people throw shit at me out their car. I've had people just come up out of me out of the nowhere where I don't even fucking know them, and they just deck me in the fucking face, and I don't fucking know why. I mean, I've had times where, like, I was at a school, and it was just like, granted, I was like, 5th grade or something at that point, and somebody came up behind me and just, like, they did a fucking drop kick into the back of one of my knees. Oh, that fucking hurt. And then, that wasn't the biggest thing that bothered me. It was the fact that while I was on the fucking ground, like, there's 3 different grades of people. 5th, 6th, and 7th, all in that area. I swear I heard everyone in that fucking building laughing at me. It's like, it's one thing that I got fucking, drop kicked super fucking hard in the back of my knee, and keep in mind I'm wearing a fucking backpack full of all my fucking books, because we didn't really have lockers at that time. And it's just, I hit that fucking ground so fucking hard. Part of getting hit in the fucking, I don't remember what fucking knee is. If I mentioned it earlier, I already fucking forgot. And it's just, that fucking hurt. And it's not the only time that somebody did something, and I swear I heard at least 50 plus people fucking laughing at me. So, granted, that's not the biggest reason why I'm paranoid about stuff. There's, of course, been other stuff that's happened, before that and after that in terms of the timeline of my life that I don't want to talk about. That, honestly, even if anyone were to ever fucking guess that shit, I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. Because, heck, there have been videos where I did start to talk about it, and I immediately fucking deleted them. Those videos, like, I've at least deleted 20 plus videos that were never fucking uploaded to YouTube, where just I went too fucking personal. And there are some where I just, like I said, there was that one where Terrible Karaoke 7, which that video is just literally a re-record of just snippets of it. It's like 17 minutes long, maybe? I don't know, 7 minutes? My memory fucking sucks and it hates me. But that video was 13 and a half hours, and I actually did try to upload it. And I'm glad it didn't upload. YouTube was like, yeah, we're not going to accept a video that's over 12 fucking hours. At which point I didn't know there was a limitation like that. But apparently you can't upload anything over the 12-hour mark. But it's just, I re-listened to some of that, and it's just like, granted, there are some videos where I laughed a bit out of frustration. Like, take the New Game Plus video where I was going back through Thumper again. I was getting the S rank on level 4. I laughed a bit at that when I missed that very final, because it makes me think of Dragon Guard 3, where you got those last 2 notes. And it's just like, I did all 3, and I got the S rank, and then I missed that very last note, and I'm like, no! And I laughed because it pissed me off. Same way, there was one point where I was... fuck, my head hurts. Fuck. I feel... You know the part of your jaw that connects to your mouth? Why does that feel heavy? It feels almost like there's like a pain radiating from my lower jaw all the way through my ears into my goddamn temple. Fuck. I can't stop putting off going to Walmart and getting that goddamn thermometer. Fuck. All I did was move to the right a little bit. Why did you fucking spin, room? God damn. Okay, I'll drink some water before I go to Walmart so I don't fucking get a fucking car wreck. And I'll also blare some music, even though that's probably not good for a headache at this point, but at the same time, getting in a car accident would be worse. And then again, Walmart's not super far away. I can fucking deal with that. I can fucking handle the car for that fucking drive. But fuck. What the fuck was I talking about? It's just... And like I said, that one video of the 13.5 hours. It's just, apparently, I can't just... Because... Like, I think I stayed stable for, like, the first 6 hours of that video. Oh, right, the letter horror game. There was a horror game where it's a visual novel. I spent 80-plus hours in that game, not all in one sitting. But there was a part where, like, it was a really, really sad ending, and I started laughing out of sadness at it. But again, that was still not that bad. It was just a little bit of a, ooh, I'm laughing a little bit because I'm a little bit sad, and I feel like I want to cry because it's, you know, kind of sad, but it's not that bad. You know, I even made a video reacting to called the best professional reading skill. You know, I was basically re-listening to and commenting on my own fucking video, you know, basically calling myself a bitch for fucking being sad. But, like I said, that 13.5 hour video, like, I think maybe the first 6 or 7 hours, I stayed calm. And then I just fucking full-on cried and cried and cried until I started screaming and laughing. Like, I was laughing, but I was also screaming at full fucking volume. Luckily, my neighbors weren't there that day, otherwise I would have got a fucking noise complaint. Because I was literally screaming full fucking volume while laughing. And apparently, like, I wasn't sick, it's just, apparently you can't just be really sad and cry for an extended period of time before your body just starts explosively vomiting everywhere. I actually, like, I have a new mouse pad that I bought a few months back, because that, somehow I fucking sprayed that mouse pad in some of my Warhammer books. I was able to clean them, they're fine, just the mouse pad, the mouse was unsalvageable. And like I said, I recorded a few clips out of it. One was, you know, Terrible Karaoke, Guess the Anime Character 7, and another video called, I think, Not a Valid Argument, where I think at the very end of that video I told people, hey, I want to hear you guys, because I was singing Scatman with a picture of Alucard. And I'll put a link to that in the description. But, yeah, it's just, that was, toward the end of it, I was more so a little bit better off, but of course that was a re-record out of that, where I was just, like, recording a fucking file off of my thing. But it's just, fuck. So I'll put a link to that, you know, the Alucard thing down below. But it's just, like, at least that stuff when I laughed, it was just comical. Whereas in that 13.5 hour video, there was no happiness in that fucking laugh at all. It wasn't just, ooh, I'm a little frustrated, I'm gonna laugh because this is stupid, or it's hilarious how I fucked up that last note, or, oh, I'm a little bit sad about a fucking, you know, video game. It was more so, I'm emotionally upset over actual emotions that are mine and not that of a video game character. And I kind of just kept going with it until my body just sort of freaked out and started vomiting everywhere. So, yeah. So any videos like that I don't upload just because I feel like that's too much. I know I've at least had 20 plus videos that I never uploaded at all. I just delete them just because they went... It was just me being too personal or me being too upset. And it's just... You know, in real life, you know, I'm very stoic. I don't talk about my feelings. I don't really talk to anyone about anything. You know, I don't want to annoy people. I don't want, like, if I, like I said, because I know I did talk to some friends about some stuff in the past where some, stuff happened, and it was too much for me to deal with. So I talked to them. I talked to them for hours and hours and hours. And I appreciate that they listened to me. But I also know that I annoyed the shit out of them. It's probably part of the reason why they probably don't want to talk to me anymore. I mean, it's not that they hate me or anything. It's just I haven't really talked to anyone for, I think, a couple years or something. I don't know. I've tried to be social with some people, but I kind of constantly feel like everyone hates me and that I shouldn't talk to them. I don't know. I try to describe it as I hate people, but it's more so that it's more that I'm scared of people. I'm terrified of everyone and everything. I'm constantly anxious and worried about everything. And I pretend I don't feel that way at all. I go about my day and I do my best to pretend that I'm not scared of anything, I'm not worried, I'm not anxious. I'll talk to people and pretend I'm not having a fucking panic attack, or that I'm not in pain, or that I don't want to just curl on the ground and cry, or that I'm so exhausted I want to pass out. And the funny thing is, a lot of times I'm at home trying to sleep, I can't really get to bed. But when I'm at work, I feel like I'm just constantly, like, I'll wake up, like, it'll be time to go to work, and I'm like, I just want to go back to bed. I just want to crawl back in my bed and just not go anywhere and just sleep for a few days. My bones still fucking hurt. Why the fuck do my bones hurt? Hopefully that means I'm getting stronger or something. Maybe my muscles are getting bigger. Maybe I'm getting stronger. Maybe my metabolism's changing. Maybe I'm getting taller or something. Maybe my bones are getting denser and I'll be like fucking, unbreakable from the movie. Yes, I'm making a joke. I still think that would have been a different movie too if Owen Wilson. Imagine every movie that had Bruce Willis, but it was Owen Wilson instead. Did Owen Wilson and Bruce Willis ever play in a movie together? Edward Norton would be a great Maestro Hulk. Fuck. I still think that we should have a Star Wars 10, 11, and 12 based on the actual trilogy that George Lucas was wanting to do after the Luke original trilogy. Darth Krayt, Darth Talon, Caden Skywalker. I can't remember what else was fucking going on with that. I don't know if Luke's even in that story. I think there's some stuff with Jabba the Hutt. Pretty sure Emperor Palpatine's still dead. It's kind of funny. There was an interview where, like, at the end of the original trilogy when they were filming, the dude that worked with George Lucas asked George Lucas, "So, is there any chance that Palpatine's alive? What's he going to be doing? He come back in any form?" And George Lucas just looks at him like, "Hell no, he's dead. Palpatine is dead. He's never coming back." But of course, people who bought Star Wars felt there was more money to be made, which I'll be honest, it was cool to see Emperor Palpatine come back. It's just, it was not what... Why the fuck is the room spinning? Apparently I need... And great, I was chugging water as much as I could at work. Any chance I fucking got. I drank a fucking Monster. I ate, like, a croissant with some sausage, cheese, and egg, and some Fig Newtons. Fig Newtons are like, fucking leave us alone. I'm like, I will eat the Fig Newtons. I don't know. Fuck. But yeah, I think Brad Pitt would make a good Darth Krayt. I don't know who would play Darth Talon. Granted, I'm thinking about Darth Talon for more so lewd reasons. Alright, I did a video where I did, All the Neckos Are Meowing for Head Pats. It was a parody of Sweet Dreams about cat girls. And, I did a video where I think I did a good job doing Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. I titled that video An Angry Creepy Tree Screeches Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. I think I did a good job with that, but hitting that fucking pitch when singing, it's so fucking painful. Why does my arm... Great, I understand I've been holding a fucking microphone and moving it back and forth like I'm fucking Whose Line Is Anyway. I still think Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles are hilarious. But, okay, let's switch arms. Okay, I'm holding it with my left hand now. Okay. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I don't know. Who played Battletoads? Who liked it? I I was able to play Dragon Spirit from Steam maybe a year ago or so. It's an awesome NES game. I want Robo Warrior for the NES, as well as the Battle Kid Mountain of Torment and Battle Kid 2 Fortress of... I don't remember which was 1 or 2. But you guys know what I mean. It's made by a dude named Cyvac. It was inspired by... I want to be the guy. And now I feel like I want to vomit. Fuck. I may need a call tonight off of work. I'm still making that Cold of the Lamb video later. But yeah, I'll post this video. I'm posting the stuff HBI 2K first. Because like I said, I'm like fucking Jim Carrey's Fire Marshal Bill. You know, remember, it is inspired Kel from all that to do Repairman, which was also funny. But like I said, I make some videos that are dark humor. And some videos that are light humor. And then some videos where it is like this, where I understand that it is a bit dark and it's just me talking about my thoughts and feelings and shit and stuff that maybe depresses me and shit. But keep in mind, I'm not going to talk to a friends or family about this stuff anymore. I know it would just annoy the shit out of people, and I don't want to bother people. And heck, I don't want anyone out there to fucking pity me or look down on me for a goddamn thing. But I think maybe there might be other people out there that might feel the same way I do. And that, then again, I don't know why on earth, even if they did feel the same way I do, that why they would listen to this fucking rant. But at least I can say that I'm a person who wants to try to be, in general, a pacifist. But, you know, if it's an issue, like there's times where if I have to defend myself or defend other people, though I don't really feel very confident in my own fighting skills. You know, I do have a punching bag and stuff, I just don't feel like I'm any good at it. Plus, I try to be very non-confrontational just because even though I enjoy violent movies, like I'm looking forward to John Wick 4 and the movie Black Adam, and I think it'd be awesome. I enjoy movies, but I just like being nice to people. It's just, I don't like the idea of being mean to people. If someone's feeling down or they're hurt, I feel bad for them. I want to make them feel better. And usually if I'm talking to somebody, even if, like, say at work today, I was tired, I was exhausted, everything fucking hurts, I feel like I want to fucking collapse to the ground because I feel like my body can't fucking support me anymore. I feel like everything fucking hurts, I feel like I'm so fucking exhausted. Like I just need to fucking just jump into or collapse into my fucking bed, face first into my pillow, and just go away for a few days. I should probably end the video. I'll drink some water before I go to Walmart. I'll do the Call to Lamb video later, but I'll probably take a nap first. But yeah, I'll post the videos HBI2K and Gozar and stuff, because I think it's funny, especially in relation to the Berserk thing. You know, it's just... a lot of my humor is like puns and corny stuff and references. And in general, I'm trying to make people laugh. Even though I understand a lot of my jokes probably fall flat. And I'll probably win a Guinness World Record at some point for the world's cringiest video. Like I've said before, I have two different intros I use. My A-side intro is, well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. And the other one, the B-side intro, that I use very rarely. I don't think I even thought it up till after a year. Was, greetings one and all, to the most cringiest, most cursed corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator, actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital worlds. Because honestly, if I talked about these feelings to people in real life, it would definitely alienate them. Heck, I imagine this video will probably get 1,000 downvotes, and if anyone ever even sees the video at all. So, it's just a dude fucking complaining. But, I don't know. Maybe somebody out there feels the same way I do. And they can relate to how I feel about things. Maybe they feel the same way I do. Because like I said, I don't want anyone to ever fucking pity me or look down on me for a fucking goddamn thing. But it would be nice to know if other people feel the same way. I don't know if it would at all help them at all. I'd probably feel a little better if other people... I don't know. That's kind of we've covered. I'm an asshole. Because Because on one hand, I'm like, oh, other people feel the same way, so there's somebody who can relate to me. On the other hand, that means they feel like shit, and, I'd feel really bad for them, and I'd want them to feel better. Not that I can give them any good fucking advice, because honestly, if I had good advice, I would already, everything would be happy and better. Hold on. I think I must have a sinus issue or something. But it's just, like I said, I don't know. But I'll post those one videos about the HBI2K because it's like Fire Marshal Bill with Jim Carrey. Hey, let me show you something. How do you do that? Ha 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 ha. Ooh, an all common to hazard. I think the first one took place in a classroom, the second one's in a hospital. Though, I do feel... I do feel that Jim Carrey, in those sketches got a little bit more, like he cussed more and it went a little bit more vulgar as he went on. But again, like I do find videos like Cyanide Happiness and Happy Tree Friends funny. Heck, I'll watch, the Don't Laugh challenges with like Markiplier or Tricky or BHD. And of course, I've watched so many fucking ASMRs with, Neckos and stuff just because it's just, I talked about, I think, part 1 of the video in the Necco playlist, where it's just, I just feel like there's something missing in the real world that you can at least find there. Granted, probably not the best thing anybody could hope for, but I think it helps people. I don't know. At some point I'll go to an anime convention. I'll wear the outfit that looks like Zelos from the 1995 Slayers anime, and I'll have the staff of Ainzul Gon, and I'll wear the glasses from Vash Stampede and Trigun. I've never been to an anime convention, but I think that'd be cool one day. I don't understand the thing where apparently people smell bad when they go to those things, which, like I said, I like to smell good. I tend to take like 15 showers a week, but like if you want to know what I smell like, there's a cologne called Azzaro, the Wanted Collection, Azzaro. But, and granted, there are times in the past where I perhaps didn't smell the best. But keep in mind that a lot of time I was, like, camping or I was in the woods. I'm like, you can't wear deodorant and stuff if you're, like, close to bears. I'd rather not be eaten by a bear. Besides, who fucking cares how you smell when there's literally deers and raccoons everywhere around you? To where you wake up in the middle of the night and you just see an army of raccoons running everywhere. Trying to guess, is that a bear or am I just sleepy? Same way, like there's times I've worked in restaurants with like raw meat, or times where I've worked and things where I was outside and it was like 90 plus degrees and I was out there for hours doing physical labor. Of course you're gonna smell bad. If it's hot enough to where if I piss on the ground it's gonna evaporate, it's too fucking warm. No amount of deodorant's gonna fix that shit. And again, who's really gonna care if I smell bad when I'm like fucking chopping wood or hauling trash? I'm not rich. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, look at me, I'm a fucking, person doing a job in an air conditioning place where it's, no, I'm gonna be outside in the fucking sun or inside a factory or a warehouse or doing a job where I'm doing electrostatic painting, where I come out of that where I'm like, when I was doing the electrostatic painting, I was regularly electrocuting myself. I couldn't taste anything. Everything tasted like blood and copper. I was living off of fucking just soda and energy drinks. It's the only thing I could fucking taste because I had just constant powdered metal and powdered paint in my fucking mouth. I was like the fucking dust mask they gave us. I ran through a dozen plus of those a day, and it wasn't very good quality. Plus, I had to keep cleaning stuff where it had black mold coming out of these fucking faucet things. Because what happened is you'd hang the part, enter it in the computer, it would go around, and it would go through a cleaning cycle. It'd be sprayed by normal water, then a cleaning solution of water, and then it'd be sprayed by normal water again. Then it'd be sprayed by this water with some sort of chemical that's supposed to make it adhere. And then it would go through these infrared sort of heaters, and then there'd be normal flame heaters that would stretch for like 8 feet or so. Then we'd have a guy named Jim. Jim was an old man. Jim would always make perverted jokes at all times, and I would try my best to make perverted jokes back with him. And he would use this one curved air nozzle that was like 4 fucking feet long and curved at the end to spray any excess water out that the heaters didn't get. And then the stuff would go through the fucking painting booths. You had the Ion Tech, which was 16 fucking guns of electrostatic painting that you had to constantly adjust. And that was a fucking pain in the ass. The fucking paint, it did one color. It looked like the inside of a goddamn Oreo. It was called River Gray. But it looked like the fucking cream out of an Oreo. I would recommend not eating it, but keep in mind, on a given day, I'd be pulling the fucking paint out of my eyes like it was a fucking string of yarn. I'd be cleaning out of my ears with Q-tips. It was about 4 months after I quit that goddamn job that I stopped coughing paint out. It'd be months after I quit that job, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night unable to fucking breathe. I'd go to the fucking sink, and I'd smack my chest a few times, and I'd cough into the sink. I'm like, oh, there's standard gray. There's satin blue. There's safety red. You know? There's... what was it, Federal Blue? I can't remember. We had and like I said, there was the Ion Tech with the River Gray. Then we had the Gamma booth, which was like twice the length of the Ion Tech. It was like 50 feet fucking long. It had a giant fucking... it had also 16 guns there, but those went up and down. You had to adjust that, especially you had to adjust how much electricity was going through it. And you had to go in there to shovel stuff out of the hoppers, because there was multiple hoppers with these giant-ass fucking filters that had electric being fed into it, and it sounded like fucking thunder, and went boom! And it would fucking shake anything loose so it wouldn't get clogged. But you had to keep going in there, you had to sort of dance around the parts, and there's a cord going on the ground with the fucking sweeper. And then you had 4 small hoppers on the sides, which you also had to clean that, and sometimes you had to crawl underneath the fucking whole fucking tank, and you had to fucking fix that shit. There was also a window toward the end of that where you could, paint some stuff at one area or another. And that was all standard gray there. And of course you had to only have one running at a time, and sometimes you had to adjust that stuff within a matter of a minute to get all the air sucked out in certain areas so there would be nothing in the air to contaminate the next part. And standard gray it was what most things were. And a lot of stuff was like heavy ass fucking metal pieces that was a pain to lift. And heck, when I very first started the job, I was getting bruises all over my fucking arms from just trying to move that fucking metal. Fucking hurt like hell, and I have a tendency to just ignore things that hurt, even though I really shouldn't. And then of course after that, there was a booth called the Trash Booth, which was fairly small. It was about the size of your average bathroom, and had multiple pumps in there that were entirely by hand, and you'd either touch up gray or do the other colors that way. And of course, you'd have to race against the clock to try to fix that shit. Now, of course, everything was held on hooks. And after a while, the hooks would get covered with enough paint to where what we'd do is we'd had 2 tubs full of the hooks. So what we do is about once a month, we take all the old hooks off that are so covered in paint that nothing can ever fucking touch it again. And we replace it with the hooks that recently came back from being burned off. And the ones that covered in paint would get shipped somewhere to get incinerated. So it would burn all the paint off, but you'd be back to having the rusty-ass fucking hooks. And then you'd use those again a month later. Anyway, for a while there, they decided, hey, spending a couple hours to change these hooks every month or so is killing productivity. We want to do more. We want to, we want to be able to keep, making more product that whole time. We got to try to make every bit, we got to make every fucking cent possible and minimize every cost. So what they did is they made a bunch of these rubber umbrellas. Why does my lower back fucking hurt like a bitch now? Right, I'm a bitch. But that being said, they put these rubber hooks on these things, and the idea is that it would stop the paint from getting on the part of the hook that would connect to things. The problem is, 1, it didn't work. 2, when it went through all the water things, it would flip over, and the thing would work like an umbrella that's upside down, filled with water, and then it would dip over. So after fucking painting everything, it would fucking dump water on the paint before it's properly cured, and it'd all be ruined. And then on my fucking lunch break, I had to fucking clock out from my fucking job so that I'm off the clock, and then had to fucking power sand that fucking shit, clean it off with wet rags, clean it off with dry rag, re-hang it up in a place that's not considered safe to fucking butt shit, and then repaint the shit, and I'd barely have enough time to fix the fucking mistake of them trying to save money during my fucking lunch break. Then I have enough time to maybe chug a fucking energy drink over the span of a couple seconds and then clock back into work. Heck, for a while there, I was like, oh, we had a bunch of stuff fall over. We need you to stay over even though you're already clocked off. Whereas times like, oh, we need you to come in 15 minutes before your shift even fucking starts so you can do some work on this fucking one machine. And then, after you get that stuff ready, we need you to clock in. It wasn't just one day. It was like getting to be an everyday thing for months on end. And at the end of the day, I still put up with it. I still fucking put up with it, perhaps because I fucking hate myself and have no fucking sense of just, which at least I've improved on that. If a job were to ever treat me that fucking badly, I'd just walk the fuck out and I'd figure something else as far as paying rent. Like, there's other places you can always fucking go. It's just, I wasn't exactly very... I would like to say my self-esteem has improved since then, and my ability to be assertive or speak up for myself, I would like to say, has improved. But in the end, I wound up quitting that job because I was vomiting every day. I mean, I was basically constantly vomiting in my own mouth and swallowing my own vomit as I worked. I mean, because I didn't have enough time to get out of the booths to go vomit into a trash can. I had to keep doing my job. So I would just vomit in my mouth and then re-swallow it repeatedly. Which is why I'm missing a few of my back teeth, because repeatedly vomiting is not good for your teeth. It's very acidic. On top of that, I have a few teeth that are constantly like a bit broken, but I ignore them. But I do know that they're infected on a regular basis, so they do kind of feel pain. But at the same time, I can ignore that. It's not so bad. Yeah, I'm sure if it gets worse, I'll have to go fucking see a dentist for that. But I'm trying to avoid doing, having all my fucking teeth cut out. Though I swear, like, all my fucking teeth are hollow, so if anyone ever punches me on the fucking mouth, I'll just lose all my teeth instantly. But they still need surgically removed, because you couldn't just leave, shattered fucking teeth in the gums. Otherwise, that'd probably lead to a blood infection and kill you. Because, that kind of shit can get past the blood-brain barrier. So, in general, it's important to take care of your teeth. But at the same time, if you're doing a job where you're literally vomiting in your mouth repeatedly day after day, and in the end, I just had to quit that job because it was killing me. I couldn't fucking take it anymore. Plus, I was always stressed out. Granted, there's other stuff through life that stressed me more than that. But at least in terms of jobs, yeah, that was not a great place. Oh well. I'm not sure what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. But, like I said, my current job's not bad. Pays okay. I'm considering trying to, especially with that surgery, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this job after that. I have a friend who does a sit-down job where he helps people get prescription medications. Because he mentioned that they're looking for people, so I'm looking into that, but I haven't told anyone. I got I told my parents, but that was mainly because, I needed somebody to pick me up from the doctors after the cystoscopy. Because even though I was pretty sure I was okay, apparently doctors do not want you to drive your car if you are, have been sedated. Because they had me under for cystoscopy because there's no way I was going to let them shove a camera up my dick while I was conscious. That being said, it hurt a bit when I woke up, and then it hurt for a few days. And especially, granted, peeing for a few days, it's kind of hurt a little bit to pee for about a couple years now. But it was especially painful for a couple days. Especially that very first time I peed, I fucking screamed. Oh my god. And I remember when I first looked at my dick after, having the camera shoved up my penis, I was like, there's this brownish sort of fluid. I'm like, did I shit myself? And they're like, no, that's the lubricant that we use on the camera to shove it up your dick. That being said, about a month after that, because like I said, that was just a camera being shoved up my dick. I did have something else done that I was not put under for. I did not have any anesthetic at all. I did not even have fucking ibuprofen in my system. They inserted a small catheter up my dick. Very small. They insisted that it was small and I wouldn't feel it. I disagree strongly. And then they pumped a fluid up my penis in a thing that's normally a one direction path. It's a dyed fluid that can be seen in an x-ray in real time. So they did that, and they're like, oh yeah, and then it's kind of, I don't know if it's good or bad when the doctor immediately points at the x-ray of the fluid being pumped up your dick. And it's like, it's just up your fucking urethra being pumped into your bladder and beyond. You know, something that's not meant to travel in that direction. But I was struggling really hard not to deck everyone in the face because, yeah, that was very unpleasant. At least it didn't really hurt too much to pee after that, but I was very concerned. But, yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad when the doctor just points immediately at the live, feed x-ray saying, yep, that's the problem right there. You see that spot right there? That's where you need surgery. I'm like, dicks. That being said, as far as the reasoning behind the surgery is, it's either a genetic issue or something happened when I was a small child. So, one of those things. It's either genetics or I'm just a clumsy motherfucker. Which, I mean, I am clumsy. I've walked into a damn stop sign before. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, as a toddler, I fucking fell on a tricycle or some shit. So, either that or genetics. So, fuck. I'm still trying to pretend that it's not a thing and trying to put it off as long as possible. Because it's not a thing that's going to act up immediately. It's just sort of like, hey, the doctor's like, hey, this is a thing that you're going to have to do eventually. You are going to have to do. I'm still going to try to talk to that doctor, like, hey, are you absolutely sure I have to do that? Because on the one hand, it perhaps sounds a bit painful that my bladder would seal itself off and then burst and explode inside my intestine. But, that's your insides. Maybe I can just walk that off. Like I said, it's not an immediate thing. Just gonna have to find a time where I can take time off work and be absolutely sure. Like, I want to be absolutely sure that, it's a thing I have to do. Because I'd rather avoid it if I have to. Like, I'd rather avoid it. I don't want to. Because it doesn't, no part of being put under for 3 hours, like 3.5 hours, being sedated, where I'd have, the area below my ball sack cut open and have reconstructive surgery on my insides to fix my bladder and urethra so that it doesn't seal itself off one day and just kill me, because having your internal organs kill you would be inconvenient and perhaps painful. And that being said, it would probably take about 6 weeks of recovery, first 14 days of which I'd have a tube up my dick. So, if I can avoid having that surgery, maybe it's not as serious as the doctor said. That was well over half a year ago, because it was like around Christmas of 2021 that I did the cystoscopy, and like a month after that I did the other thing with the fluid that I was awake for. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get up my fucking stairs after that. Like, I don't want to stay at the hospital. I don't want to stay with other people, even my family or friends. I can, but I'm not sure how the fuck I'm going to get up my fucking flight of stairs when just getting up it today, I was fucking just about pulling it out of the goddamn wall. If I have to, I'll get like an inflatable mattress or something, put it downstairs, and just stay there until I'm okay enough to go the fuck up the stairs. I don't know what it's going to be like to get an erection with a fucking tube up my dick. And the funny thing is when you ask the doctor about that, they're like, yeah, well, no one's ever asked this. Like, really? Really? You think it would be the first thing anybody would fucking ever ask? Feels like I have goddamn heartburn in my chest, but it's not heartburn. I think I'm just out of goddamn breath. I don't know. I still want to do that Cold of the Lamb video, but I'm just like, I am fucking exhausted. I'm not sure if I'm going to work. I mean, I only have one sick day left. I do have a few vacation days I can use for other things, but those got to be scheduled ahead of time. Like I said, maybe me talking like this, if I did have a fever, maybe it just went down. And I'll be okay. I could take a nap, do the Cold Lamb video, take a dinner nap, go to work. It'd be cool, right? But yeah, I'll post the other stuff about HBI 2K before this. Just like I said, I'm like Jim Carrey. I'm like, Fire Marshal, like, hey, let me show you something. It's pretty funny, like I said. A lot of stuff, it's, some of my stuff's light humor, some of it's dark humor, and some of it's just normal Let's Plays where I'm just yelling at a game. Some of it's like me just fucking yelling at a rage game. And some of it is just stuff like this where I just vent about my feelings. Like I said, I don't ever want anyone to feel bad for me in any way. I feel that it's more emotionally healthy to talk about this stuff like this than just pacing around my living room. And it's kind of like one of those things, like if you were to draw something that scares you, if you just think about it, it's still in your head. But the idea is like, what if you draw it? Then maybe you'll be able to move on and be okay and be better. Same idea with this. That the knowledge that there is a video where I did record my thoughts and feelings on things. The fact that the video exists means I can just stop thinking about it and just move the fuck on. But yeah, part of me's curious if anyone feels the same way I do about stuff. And at least that's one thing I can say. I would never ever hurt myself. I mean, I can deal with feeling sad by listening to music and stuff, or playing a game, or, like Cyberpunk on my PS4, even though it crashes all the time. It's still cool to play that stuff. It's kind of like GTA. It's cool to, like, just drive recklessly on that, because it's just a fucking video game. Whereas, in real life, I'm a very careful driver, though honestly, I'm a little dizzy, and I'm going to try to drive to Walmart, but that's because, I think I need 7-Up and a thermometer, and magnesium and electrolytes. So, that's, I feel, a necessary thing. I mean, it's not that far, and it'd be better I do it now before I get more tired. And, of course, like I said, I'm still on the fence about whether I'll go to work later, because I'll probably maybe I just take a nap, I'll do the Cold to Lamb video, I'll go back to sleep, wake up, go to work, and I'll feel better. I do feel like I have to pee really bad now, so I can't hold that. So, yeah, just like I said, I can at least say this. I would never ever hurt myself. I never ever have, unless you count me being a clumsy person and walking into, a stop sign or something. I'm accident prone, I'm clumsy, my hand-eye coordination's terrible. I've been working on trying to juggle, and honestly, I'm struggling with just one, let alone 3. I did try that briefly, but I've just been throwing one ball around because my reflexes suck. But I'm doing better at Thumper, which, that's weird that I'm slowly becoming an expert at a game that is not my forte at playing at all. I feel like shit. But, fuck. Fuck. Like I said, initially yesterday I was thinking, I'd try to do some more stuff, try to do 5 and 6, and then just try to do a hardcore version of level 7, 8, 9 at some point. But I'll put that off for now, just because there's no way I could fucking focus on that. Heck, I want to do the Cold Lamb video, but I'm not sure if I can even do that. So, if I can, I'll go to work tonight. If not, I'll just not go. Either way, I'll let you guys know what the temperature is and whether or not I go to work or not. Fuck. Shit. But yeah, I just want to say, yes, I'm depressed about stuff, but I would never ever hurt myself. If anything ever does happen to me, it would be, a medical thing, like maybe when I have the surgery, maybe I won't wake up. But I'm sure that's fine. I had the same concern when I did the cystoscopy, but that was just for half an hour, and that was just a camera being shoved up my dick. That wasn't my body being sliced open with reconstructive surgery to make sure my bladder doesn't explode. And the thing is, I can pee fine, it's just really slow. Like I pee very slowly. At least my prostate's fine. That's fine. They checked that stuff, and they're like, hey, there's no cancer or anything in your prostate. So, that's good. I'm just... I need some water or something. But like I said, I would never hurt myself, and I don't ever want anyone to ever feel bad for me. I want to know if other people feel the same way. And I want people to feel that, hey, I find a way to deal with emotional problems and stuff that bothers me in a, in a way that's doesn't hurt myself or anyone else. Like I said, the worst thing I'm ever going to do is make cringy ass videos, make terrible lewd jokes, and just annoy people by talking about my feelings. But that's never going to hurt anyone, and I would never want to hurt anyone. I mean, maybe if it was a self-defense thing or somebody else was in danger, but in general, if I can avoid being in a physical confrontation or anything violent, I'll do so. I don't want to be in a violent situation. And, heck, I'll play horror games like SCP Containment Breach where I run around and fucking freak the fuck out about the peanut dude and all that. So, hopefully you guys get a laugh out of that. That's supposed to be funny. Sometimes get into games a little bit. But it's nice to just sort of... It's nice to be able to express yourself. It's nice to be able to talk about how you feel. I would hope you guys out there might have people that you feel comfortable talking to. But in general, I just don't really feel comfortable talking to people about things. And like I said, I talked to friends about stuff in the past, but I feel like I overwhelmed them. I feel like I annoyed the shit out of them. And it's just... I can't just... It would be very insensitive of me to constantly burden them with the stuff that's bothering me. As well as I don't want them to hate me. I don't want them to be annoyed with me. Or be like, oh God, Lunar's wanting to talk to me again. He's upset about something. Which, I mean, for the longest ass time, I didn't talk to anyone about anything. I mean, at least until I was like in my 20s. I didn't talk to anyone about anything. I didn't talk about my feelings with anyone. And then just eventually, I couldn't hold it in anymore. And so, I talked to people. And I probably annoyed the shit out of them. I even sometimes went, hiking or walking in forest paths or bike trails and having conversations with myself. Which I think in general, the way I sort of talk with myself sometimes is either sometimes, one, it's a mixture of negative self-talk that's, reflective of, well, how other people talked to me in the past. And two, prolonged isolation and loneliness. So, talking to yourself is a good way to cope with that. Though I wouldn't do it in front of people. But at least by recording in a video like this, I can sort of just feel better. And maybe other people can hear this and be like, hey, yeah, I do the same thing. Maybe people can relate to me. And, yeah. Sorry this was overly annoying. There's a reason I wouldn't talk like this to my friends anymore. I don't want to annoy people. Wow, if I can lean back in my chair and I felt like I wanted to go flying. So I'll post that HBI 2K thing and then some Gozar stuff, and then I'll post this and I'll go to Walmart and get some stuff, and I should be able to do Cold Lamb. Let me turn off my PS4. My phone's probably fully charged by now. Let me check. I'll probably... Hold on. Got multiple shirts on. One's granted, I turned the air conditioner way up when I got home and turned on multiple fans. I still have my fucking inside shirt tucked in. Yes, it's got Goku. I bought it from a Walmart like a year ago. It's 100% charge. When you plug in the PS4 controller. I have to pee. How did I forget about that? I was bitching about how badly I have to pee. And then I just sort of forgot. Anyway, I don't even know if you guys can hear me at this point. Yeah, because I'm like walking around. I have to pee. Main point I'm trying to say is this. I just felt the need to talk about shit. I'll go buy some water and a thermometer and stuff from Walmart. I'll take the day off work if I need to. I'll put the... I have to pee so fucking bad. Okay, I'm not going to hold it any longer. I'm just saying, Just so in case anyone's concerned, I would never ever hurt myself. I would never ever hurt anyone else. The worst thing I'm going to do is make cringy, terrible videos on YouTube and talk about my feelings. And hopefully other people either, I don't know, feel better in some way. I don't know. It's a guy annoying. Like, I'll probably just delete the video. How about this? I'll roll a d20. Depending on what it gets, I'll upload it or not, okay? Bye.